Have you ever wondered how eggs in giant factories turn into the chickens we see at the grocery store? In this video, we'll explore the special machines that keep eggs warm until they hatch, and we'll see how these tiny chicks grow into full-sized chickens. From picking the best eggs to feeding and caring for the chicks, get ready to discover the amazing journey of how farmers turn simple eggs into the chickens that feed people all around the world. You might think that chicken eggs just show up in big factories, but they actually come from special farms called breeder farms. Here, mother chickens, also called hens, lay eggs that are meant for hatching, not for breakfast. Workers at these farms watch the hens closely to make sure they're healthy and well-fed, so they can lay good, strong eggs. Each day, people collect the eggs and check them for any cracks or dirt. Eggs that pass this check are carefully packed into clean, safe boxes. Then they're sent to the giant incubation factories, where they go through even more careful inspections. This way, the factories get only the best eggs, which helps make sure baby chicks will hatch out strong and healthy. Next, we'll see how these eggs are sorted and tested at the factory before they start their big journey to becoming chickens. Once the eggs arrive at the factory, they go through a special process called sorting. This is where each egg is checked to make sure it's the right size, shape, and has a strong shell. If an egg has any cracks or spots, it won't be used. Why? Because weak or damaged shells can keep the baby chick from growing properly. After sorting, workers or sometimes machines gently place the good eggs on moving belts. Some factories even use candling a bright light that shows what's going on inside the shell. If the light reveals any problems, that egg is taken out. By checking each egg this way, the factory makes sure only the best ones move on to the next step. When the eggs pass this quality check, they're ready for the incubation machines, where they'll stay safe and warm. Coming up, we'll learn how these special machines work and why keeping the eggs at just the right temperature and humidity is so important. Now that our good eggs are ready, they go into something called an incubator. Think of it like a cozy oven for eggs, but not too hot. The incubator keeps each egg at the perfect temperature so the baby chick inside can grow. It also controls the humidity, which means how much moisture is in the air. Too dry or too wet, and the chick might not grow right. Most incubators also turn the eggs a little bit every few hours. Why? When a mother hen sits on her eggs, she gently moves them around to keep the inside from sticking to the shell. These machines do the same thing automatically. Some incubators even have tiny computer sensors that check if each egg is warm enough. If an egg is too cold or too hot, the machine can fix the problem. The eggs stay in the incubator for about 21 days, which is about 3 weeks. During that time, the chicks inside slowly develop wings, feet, and feathers. Pretty soon, they'll be ready to hatch. In the next section, we'll see what happens when these tiny chicks finally break free of their shell. After about 21 days in the incubator, it's time for the big moment hatching. Little chicks use a tiny bump on their beak, called an egg tooth, to peck through the shell. This can take a few hours, and it's amazing to watch. Once they're out, the chicks are fluffy, a little wobbly, but very curious about the world. Right away, the chicks are moved to special baskets or boxes. This helps keep them from wandering off or getting hurt. Some factories even have soft conveyor belts and gentle arms that pick up the chicks and place them in the baskets. It might look like a robot is doing the job, but it's all designed to be gentle and safe. Next, the chicks are taken to a warm room where they can rest, get used to breathing air, and dry off their feathers. This room is kind of like a recovery zone after hatching. Soon, they'll be ready for the next big step, moving into the chicken house, where they'll have plenty of food, water, and space to grow. Now that our chicks have hatched and had a little rest, it's time to help them grow strong and healthy. This special time is called brooding, and it's like a warm nursery just for baby chicks. Inside the brooding area, farmers use heaters or heat lamps to keep the temperature just right, not too hot and not too cold. The floor is often covered with soft bedding, like wood shavings, so the chicks have a cozy place to walk and rest. The chicks also get plenty of clean water and a special type of food called chick starter feed, which has all the vitamins and nutrients they need. Farmers check on the chicks every day to make sure they can easily find food and water. If any chick seems weak, they'll give it extra care or vitamins to help it catch up. One big challenge is keeping germs away, so farmers often vaccinate the chicks or make sure their water stays clean. Another challenge is temperature control. If the room is too cold, the chicks can get sick. If it's too hot, they won't eat or drink enough. By watching the chicks closely and adjusting the heat, farmers make sure they stay comfortable. Thanks to this careful attention, these tiny hatchlings will soon be ready to move on to the next stage of their journey, growing even bigger and stronger in the main chicken house. When the chicks are big enough to leave the nursery, they move into large chicken houses, sometimes called grow-out houses. Here, they have more room to walk around, stretch their wings, and eat. The chickens we raise for meat are called broilers, and they grow much faster than other types of chickens. Inside these grow-out houses, farmers use automatic feeders and water lines, so the chickens always have food and water. Computers help turn the lights on or off and keep track of the temperature. If it gets too warm, fans will turn on to bring in cool air. If it gets too chilly, heaters will switch on. This way, the chickens stay comfortable all day and night. Some farms even use robots or other machines to watch how the chickens are doing. These machines can measure things like how much food the birds are eating and how much they weigh. This helps farmers quickly spot any problems like sick chickens or broken equipment. By using these high-tech tools, farmers can take care of thousands or even millions of chickens at once, making sure they grow strong and healthy until they're ready for the next step. Once the broiler chickens have grown big and strong, it's time for them to go to the next place, the processing plant. But before they get there, the chickens are carefully moved from the chicken houses to special trucks. These trucks are kept at the right temperature to make sure the chickens stay comfortable during the trip. It's like giving them a safe and cozy ride to their new home. At the processing plant, big machines and workers work together to prepare the chickens for our tables. First, the chickens are gently unloaded from the trucks and lined up for processing. Even though it sounds busy, everything is done carefully to keep the chickens safe and healthy. The chickens go through several steps like washing and cleaning to make sure they are clean and ready to eat. Then they are prepared for packaging. Some machines help by cutting and shaping the chicken meat, while others make sure each package has the right amount of chicken. It's important that every step is done right to keep the chicken safe to eat and tasty for us. Next, we'll learn about how the factories keep everything clean and safe for both the chickens and the people who work there. Keeping everything clean and safe is super important in chicken factories. Workers wear special clothes and gloves to make sure no germs get inside the processing area. They also wash their hands often and use hand sanitizers to stay extra clean. The machines and equipment are cleaned every day to remove any dirt or bacteria. This helps make sure the chicken stays fresh and safe to eat. Sometimes they use big cleaning machines that spray water and special cleaning solutions to wash everything thoroughly. Besides cleaning, factories also have safety checks to make sure everything is working right. They check the temperatures, make sure the machines are running smoothly, and look for any signs of trouble. If something isn't right, they fix it right away to keep everything safe and healthy. All these cleanliness and safety steps help make sure that the chicken we buy at the store is safe, tasty, and good for us to eat. Chicken is one of the most popular foods around the world, and there are good reasons for that. First, chicken is high in protein, which helps our muscles grow strong. It's also low in fat, especially if you choose parts like the breast. This makes chicken a healthy choice for many people. Besides being healthy, chicken is really versatile in the kitchen. You can grill it, bake it, fry it, or even make it into soups and salads. This means you can enjoy chicken in so many different ways. Did you know that chicken is one of the top meats eaten in many countries? People love it because it's tasty, easy to cook, and can be used in lots of different dishes. Whether it's a chicken dinner at home or a delicious meal at a restaurant, chicken is a favorite for many families around the world. So next time you enjoy a tasty chicken meal, remember all the amazing work that goes into bringing those chickens from the factory to your plate. Farmers and scientists are always thinking of new ways to make chicken farming better for the environment. One way they do this is by using renewable energy, like solar panels, to power the factories. This helps reduce the amount of electricity they need from other sources and keeps the factory running green. Another idea is recycling chicken waste. The leftovers from processing can be turned into fertilizer to help grow more plants. This way, nothing goes to waste, and it helps farmers grow healthy crops. Some farms are even experimenting with alternative feeds, like using insects to feed the chickens. Insect-based feed can be a great way to provide protein without using as much land or water as traditional feeds. Scientists are also working on ways to use less water and reduce energy in the factories. By finding smarter ways to do things, they can make chicken farming more sustainable and better for our planet. These ideas show that the chicken industry is always improving and finding new ways to take care of the environment while still providing the delicious chicken we love. Thank you for joining us on this amazing journey through a chicken mega factory. If you enjoyed learning about how chicken goes from an egg to your plate, don't forget to like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to our channel for more cool behind-the-scenes looks at how our food is made. See you next time.